center, like an ice cream cone. Pretend you're eating an ice cream cone. You'll be right inside of the mic, inside of the magnet. That's how you get the best sound out of it. Some people like MCs want to cup the microphone like this and sort of affect the sound. You can't really hear. Proper cupping technique, cup half the mic. Leaving the diaphragm open. Hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I rock the mic like this. With the preciseness. Alright, cool. Y'all ready? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to start tonight. Words and music. Funda Fest. Say yeah! My name is the very loud Marlon Carey. I'm going to be very loud. Even with this microphone, I'm going to try my best to give everyone a full sense of the sound of this room. I want to give a shout out to my man Rochelle. I want to give it for the sound. And Yatande, just in a moment. Everybody who came here today, we're just going to start off properly. This is the Southside Cultural Center. And how long have we been here? In this space?
I'll take care of all that.
Ladies and gentlemen, to give you more about this space and how we got here as a community and how we came here, Yatande, the director of programming at the Southside Cultural Center. Give him a hand, please.
Sorry. So I am not going to use a mic. I am Yatande, I'm the program director here at Southside Cultural Center of Rhode Island. Southside Cultural Center has been in existence as Southside Cultural Center of Rhode Island for about 10 years in name. Okay, we are the home of several resident partners. RIBS, Rhode Island Black Storytellers is one. Rhode Island Latino Arts is another. We have, you can clap. We have Laotian Community Center. We have Jordan Wellness and Adventure Center, and we have the last two, we have Providence Improv Guild and also Langston Hughes Community Poetry Reading. So give them all They are located in and around the 3 floors of this building. We have lots of offices on the lower level. This is the main level. You're in the community space. And then upstairs, if you all didn't know, we have our theater that has been there since the existence of this building, which was the early 20th century, so about 1912. So this building, the Southside Cultural Center, is connected to Trinity United Methodist Church. So a lot of people, if you say Southside Cultural Center, they'll say, oh, you mean the church? Just say yes and then come. All right. So I'm not going to hold it up too much. We're very excited to host Funda Fest again, the 2nd year, and have all our wonderful storytellers here. Thank you for coming on this strange day outside. It's not raining, it's not snowing. I don't know what season it is, but I kind of don't mind. So that's my spiel. If you need to contact me or anybody here, you can reach us at info@sccri.org, or my name is Yatande at sccri.org. I can have flyers at the main table if you're interested in hosting an event here. If you're interested in donating money to us as a 501c3, we take organizational support money from friends like you. And if you want to host your birthday party or your christening or whatever it is you want to do, you can do it right here at SCCRI, right in this space. So enjoy the afternoon, evening, and Marlon, it's yours. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Where's this drumming coming from?
That drumming is from one of our programs that is downstairs. It is our Caribbean Rhythms drum class that's led by Jesus Ondiar. So you're going to have to just imagine yourselves in the community, in the village, and there's drumming sort of around in the space, and we're just going to share this space with them until 6 o'clock. All right? All right. So, okay.
Yatande, ladies and gentlemen, director of the program, man. So we are going to just move right into it. My name is Marlon Carey. Like I said, I have some wonderful programming here, but first I have some news, some important things. I'm sure that you mentioned the emergency exits, but just in case you did not hear him, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. In case of fire, please make sure you take care of yourself, be safe. That's probably the fastest way to the parking lot. Don't all go there. You know, I might go that way. What else? I've got merchandise and CDs at the yellow table in the back. Yellow table, raise your hands. That's them. Woo! Merchandise. Your Funda best t-shirts and hoodies. I have at least 3 of those pieces in my house. My daughter has stolen all 3 of them. There are wine for donations back there. The black table in the back. Wine table. Miss Eva there, give her hand up. Yeah. Give it up for the wine. The story says Jesus turned the water into wine. He could turn to orange juice until one. There is, at the end, we'll have feedback forms in the black table. We really appreciate those forms. It really helps us gauge our programming and how it's reaching people. It's important reporting out for grants and things like that. So please, if you get the moment before you leave, try to fill out one of the feedback forms in the back. There are flyers and tickets to other events at the white table in the front. White table, say yeah. Yeah. They're chatting over there. Tickets to other events. There are many things that happen in Funda Fest. Lots of storytelling, lots of entertainment. And there's artwork from Zimbabwe in the back. Where's the artwork from Zimbabwe? Whoa! That's exciting stuff. When did you set that up? So, absolutely, we'll have a moment right between the first half of this and when we get into our feature. You have a moment to check the stuff out, and at the end, also, please patronize these people. So, are you ready for the show? Yeah! We're going to start off. All the way from Boston, Massachusetts. A wonderful friend, a great human being. And I'm not just saying that because she's loaned me money more than once. She is a wonderful poet and friend. Please give it up for Cole Rodriguez!
Their trials, their tribulations as they searched for good loving. They were bathroom preps and whispered conversations that left little room for the imagination's creation. He was trying to make sense of the role that men played, trying to understand why these women always stayed. Security, stability, it remained elusive as mom's relationships explored new directions of abuse, and lips, they were loose because you need excuses to explain how you could accept verbal and physical abuse. And lips, they were loose because you need excuses to explain how you could accept verbal and physical abuse. So he watched these losers. He envied their charm. He forgave them as mama returned to their undeserving arms, never considering the effects of such spiritual harm. His silence, his withdrawal, it set off no one's alarm. It took 3 weeks, 2 days, and 18 stitches after mama couldn't fulfill stepdad number 6's wishes. And don't get it twisted, this was no weak chick. She retorted his punches, her hands clenched in some double fists. But his energy was missed and confusion persisted as Walter witnessed his mother's self-love becoming listless. It seemed like every instant she just couldn't resist this and was weakened by the pressure of her suitor's insistence. So he questioned his existence. He stayed out later on the block. He tried to hang with older guys to listen to them talk, to their bragging contests of their sexual conquests, creating a context for Walter's repressed respect. His confidence, constantly tested and questioned. It was hard to discern the valuable lessons, and when those young ladies, they came to beckon, Walter's sisters stepped in. Under the guise of protection, they told him, toughen up, buck up, walk with your chin up. To them girls, your feelings, baby, don't just give up. Don't be weak, and definitely don't cry, because the world is unforgiving to boys with wet eyes. He believed these lies. He held it all in. He used their expectations to justify his sins. You see, they judged men by their dreams, not their deeds. And subconsciously, they believed that Walter didn't deserve what he needs. It took 2 wives, 3 sons, and 1 daughter For Walter to consider his history's offering, he watched his offspring repeating the patterns he taught them. He looked his demons in the eyes and he finally fought them. He dug deep into the caverns that he keeps nestled inside. He freed his mind. He finally relinquished some pride. He was ready to break patterns and leave legacies behind. Walter freed himself finally. He finally just cried.
Give it up for Cole, my nigga.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that piece talking about, just men. We have a lot of issues still to work out about how to be sensitive. I feel very proud when I can go places and say, proud, I'm a father. I'm here with my kids, and it's okay, to cry with them, let them see you cry, and go to be emotional, and be strong. You can be both. And I really appreciate that coming from my sister right there. We'll hear more of her in a little bit, but right now I want to bring up three wonderful, talented, and probably just the best friends I've ever had in my life. Let's give it up for, in this order, Lawrence News, Arthur Collins, and Eunice Caduce.
Yeah.
Brother Sleeper, y'all.
Okay.
Versatility.
To go into any setting and situation and adapt like a chameleon. Creativity, to create 3 new moves the day before this event. My desire helps me to hold thoughts and expressions in the back burner of my left or maybe the right side of my brain while I'm right-handed, but I use my left all the time, man. So maybe both of my ventricles are both working at the same time, like this basketball and this poem to break you down at the same time. So I'll let you decide what side you think is being used. Maybe I'm just a freak of nature, shooting Mr. Wilson with the right or the left hand. Mr. Wilson, a very dear friend of mine with 7 crossing lines coming across himself, is quiet as a monk, only speaking when in motion, in heat, or in fire completely. Cuff, swish, bang, 3 words in our 12-year relationship. And even though I love Mr. Wilson more than Tom Hanks, I lost him a few times. The first time was my lack of appreciation. So another player took you away while I played with another texture. The second time I got jumped, it was 2 of them and only me. I'm sorry, baby. The third time, you slipped away from my hands and took a ride with an 89 Buick Park Avenue. The 4th time, we got in a big argument and I kicked you right in the face for not following my directions and letting some other player manipulate you in his hands like silly putty. But the 5th time was one of the best we ever spent. I had to learn how to touch you right with the left hand. 7 days a week, 1,000 dribbles on the left hand. The sixth time, I remember holding you in between my legs while waiting for that orange line train, waiting in the city where you got 1 million ball players trying to master 1 guard's killer crossover, which is nice. But can you shoot? Can you finish? You got the $1 million move with a 10-cent finish. And you wonder why, when tryouts come, 60 names are posted, and yours ain't one. The 7th time, I never even tried to get you back. Plus, it was beginning to be too expensive to start over. Well, maybe I was being too cheap. Would you spend $20 to hang out with me? Would you spend $20 to hang out with me? How about you, Mr. Wilson? Would you spend $20 to hang out with me? I didn't think so. I love you, bro.
Give me that.
Mr. Wilson.
Hold that for
Grandma gave me that ball.
I was never good at shooting. I could play basketball. I consider myself one of the most underrated point guards from the South Side Boys Club. Never claimed to be an elite player. I would leave that up to Bubba, Upa, the Monroes, and Edmonds. I was just a competitor, trying to keep up with the Gomes and Anthonys and McBrides. Was never really a scorer unless called upon. But I found my niche, defense. I remember going to the gym and looking at the stats. 8 weeks into the basketball league, and I tried my best to be on the top 10 scoring list. Billy Lee, Abdul Evans, Tony Monroe, Craig Anthony, John Lofton, Kevin McBride, Jeff Edmonds, Kobe Dennis, Neil Mangum, and Mike Nance. Again, I wasn't known for being a scorer. The way the system works is that in order to play in the All-Star game, your scoring average got to be in the mid-20s. And again, my niche was defense. In order to stay on the court, you better learn to accept the role as a team player. There's only one ball and 4 wannabe scorers on the floor. Somebody has to play defense. You can't force anyone to run back and prevent a blowout. I was that player, running back. See, defense makes you aware of what's to come. Is he left-handed? Does he have a mid-range jumper? Does he look for an open man? Am I capable of cutting him off? Is he bigger than me? Quicker than me? Will I have help on defense? Can we afford to foul him? How many fouls does he have? And this is the mindset of a defensive player. In this mindset, defense prepares you for what's to come. What life is going to throw at you. What's going to be disruptive. What's going to be the new obstacle. Police brutality, racial profiling, discrimination, laid off. Life becomes so defensive because the world views you some type of way. It's like looking at the scoreboard, being up 20 points, and the defense becomes so lackadaisical. We don't have the luxury to stop playing defense, no matter what the scoreboard says. It took my wife to show me how to play offense. She looked at my credit scores and questioned it. She said to me, from now on, I'm your point guard, and I'll assist you with a better scoring average. Let's start with paying off that repossession in 1990. Your income tax recovery. It's an expensive assist, but at the end of the day, you'll have the highest score in the game. While the clock was ticking, she called a timeout and drew up another game plan. Let's buy some profit. As a defensive player, I automatically kicked that thought out. So they can take it. I'm not going to put myself in a position to get laughed at. I've never been posterized by anybody else, and I damn sure ain't gonna get posterized by the system. She said to me, I'm not asking you to stop playing defense. I'm asking you, no, I'm telling you to shoot the ball. On offense, you have room to build. You look at the floor and plan your next move. You make a decision and hold your position. Let your opponent see how versatile you are on both ends of the court. And don't worry about missing the shot. Not every basket is made. Regardless of what may happen, I'll help you play defense, and I'll make sure you won't foul out the game. A newly found business, and a couple of houses later, I no longer worry about being a top 10 scorer to make the All-Star team. I just try my best to get more black folks to score and shoot the ball so we can all be on the same score list. 750, baby. All right, you wanna play?
I never played basketball. Can't play basketball. Don't want to play basketball.
All right.
And you need to get your score up, man. 750 indeed. I didn't play basketball because I like to read, and that's why I got a higher credit rating.
I hear you.
So I'm gonna share with you you a story about all of my favorite books. I am an author, using unique patterns of speech, street lecturer, charted with the task. Teach the students to shift within historical movements, civil rights to pro-life. I am a Martin Luther King of a Blue Hill Avenue, black cat on a hot tin roof, staring at the sky, wondering why, in Toni Morris's novel, Piccola wanted the bluest eyes. Roll of thunder, hear my cry, let this circle be unbroken. I am a multifaceted wordplay fanatic. I got that abracadabra poetic magic, but some drag on fantastic, extinct like dinosaurs, Jurassic. Now my style is all scholastic. I am an intellectual acrobatic. I will backflip 6 days, resting on the Sabbath. Engulf you like a Mexican coast. Embrace these spoken words. I am the alchemist on a personal ledger, searching for treasure, protecting my herd. I'm that last nerve pincher, bench pressing stress from my hairy chest. From the Northeast Coast, I am a Patriot fan who wears red socks. Now I shadow box with lighter shades. I'm a re-inspired, retired fighter, standing at the scratch line, holding my favorite book by Maya Angelou's son, Guy Johnson. My art attached you through part 2. Echoes, echoes, echoes of a distant summer. I will arrest you, police your poetic license. I got beef and it's spice and injected hot. Molten rock lava. Some of them, they more like an iced cup of Java. Pray to the Holy Father, a black from the bean talks. Caffeine for those who daydream when they sleepwalk. Wake up. This is school on Sunday. No class. Ooh, 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 put your hands down. The answer is, don't ask. At night, I write on a round table. I hit up poetry jams a lot. I'm that undercover, peanut butter, loving brother. Parable of the soul. I am Octavia Butler spreading my earth seed. Because God is change. All you have to do is read my lips. Now it's instant gratification. The moment I open my mouth and words come out. Fall to your knees like a peasant. Then unwrap my gift of gab. It's a present. My strategy is break down physical anatomy, then enter through the central nervous systems of my victims. I'm a genius with intravenous meaning to this logic. I see the big picture, but some are stuck on microscopic. Now I'm the topic of Marlon's conversation, but we can drop it, no comment. Articulate, try to hang with my slang and get lynched. Strange fruits turn the color purple when detached from the roots. Now the truth is, a hero ain't nothing but a sandwich. So I brandish outlandish rants while sycophants bow to authority. East to Cornell West, race matters. I speak bluntly. Ask Rufus Scott, the jazz drummer from the novel Another Country. I am the spook who sat by the door. I am Othello amongst this army of poets because I want more. I'm a leader of a new school, but you can call me Daddy Cool. Because last words are for fools who haven't said enough.
We are brothers keeper. These are my brothers. We go out and we work with young people to teach them how to be stronger men. We're all fathers. We're all very, very responsible individuals, most of us. But definitely, I want you to see right here. This is my brothers. Give them up one more time. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you so much. I was gonna kiss it, no.
I kissed it every time.
I seen it, but
Bless.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up one more time the lovely, the talented, the beautiful Cole Rodriguez.
So I find myself on a brazen path where the love I have for myself is the only love that seems to last. Sights, sounds, the people that I see are a reminder that you are a reflection of me. I met this student one day in school trying to stay, worried about maintaining that GPA and struggling to understand the things the professors would say. She didn't get to play. She was studying all day, but it was all good to her. She was determined to make her way. No camaraderie found with the women in her class. She didn't seem to fit in, and they always seemed to have more cash, but she was on her path, trying to stay focused. She was on her path, trying to stay focused. They always seemed to have more cash, but she was on her path, trying to stay focused. What she seen back at home is what bothered her the most, because no one really cared that she was going to school. No one else thought that Michel Foucault was cool. No one else to share in the lessons of her day. It seemed like no one that was around her had anything of value left to say. She was alone and lonely, and it seemed to me like she was always being phony, either faking for her classmates or faking for her homies. I grabbed her and I reminded her, it's okay to just be you. Don't try to impress these people. To thy own self we must be true. I be you, you be me, we be she, and she is beautiful. I kept her moving to the bus stop. Seen Jeannie, sunlight gleaming into her eyes, her silver bangles jingling as they bumped against her thighs. Her hair was done up, her makeup was tight, all to mask the pain of what she goes through every night. This car pulls up. Hey, yo, look at them legs on short. She doesn't even know to get offended because she's gotten so used to feeling dirty. Hey, little mama, come on and show me what you got. And his attention, yeah, it got her. Thinking that she's hot. 2 hours later, exchanging sex for some pot. And the diseases they got, nah, they don't make her stop. She's not thinking about no clinic while she's trying to make it pop. She carries a fake coach bag loaded with Rough Riders, and the list is long of men that have been inside her, though no one provides for her or stands by her side for her, so she uses sex to try to fill that hole that resides in her. Wish that they missed her, but they all just really just gassed her up, passed her around, totally dismissed her. No one was around when she was in need, yet she'd still let them come inside of her in hopes of producing a seed, a baby, a dependent. She wanted to be a mother so she could have the love of somebody that would really love her, even though the most lovable parts of herself this youngster had yet to discover. She'd find herself getting wistful as she'd feel him slipping off the rubber. Even though it's good for your soul to love something you can't control, security from stability is something she has never known. She's found a place to rest, but she has never found a home, been chewed on, spewed on. It seems she roams this earth alone. I felt her pain as I caught her winking back. Never considering these suitors or the chivalry they lacked, she puckered up her lips. She turned to reveal how her jeans hug her hips. I wanted to try to save her before she jumped in this car and dipped, because I knew they'd have her giddy off of just a few quick sips, so I grabbed her by the hands. I looked her in the eye. I told her, yo, you are far more valuable than anything they could buy. And the way they speak it, nah, girl, this just ain't suitable. I be you, you be me, we be she is beautiful. I don't know if she believed me. I continued on my way. I prayed for her enlightenment, that maybe she'd understand one day, that maybe she'd be like Marcia, who saw the brightness of the light that shone from deep inside of her when she started treating herself right. She quit smoking, learned to do Tae-Bo, found herself with idle time, into the library she would go, filled her mind with as much information as it could take, observed all people, and without judgment, learned from their mistakes. She prayed every day, mostly to herself, that she would continue to find the strength to consider her mind her greatest wealth. She found friends and people like-minded, and she understood that most stories are usually told one-sided. She created change through discussion. She appreciated her blessings. She tried to take all her mistakes as opportunities for lessons, so I called her one day. I told her something unusual. I told her, yo, I be you. You be me. We be she. She is beautiful. They walk with me as I continue on my journey, weathered and war-torn and sometimes a little weary, because the world, it can get scary. Everything isn't always clear. But I'm learning to face my path with a great absence of fear, constantly contradicting myself, forever reinventing myself, testing myself, condensing myself, but consistently striving to find the best in myself. Things change and they seem to be getting harder, but really, it's getting easier, because baby, I'm just getting smarter, realizing that I am a part of a blanket that keeps me wrapped in karma. I look in the mirror now and I smile at my reflection. Thankful every day for another resurrection because I am my sister's keeper. I reap the benefits of her protection. Together, we fight to challenge society's perception of women that only relate to each other with lies and deception. So when my sisters wish to gossip, they are met with my refusal. I tell them I be you, you be me, we be she, she's too beautiful.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cold Rock, big ass. Woo! I love when we connect with. She's like that fifth member, the brother and sister keep. You know, it's dope. You bring it home. All right, y'all feeling good? Yeah. You feel all right? Yeah. All right. We got some more for you. I have the pleasure of introducing a wonderfully talented young lady and her band, Ana Paula.
Yeah.
Ana Paula. We practiced that all day.